Dear friends, today I will explain Section 17 of the Indian Patent Act or the Patents Act 1970. The title is Power of Controller to make orders respecting dating of application. Okay, and if you go through the section in detail, you can just remember this section as the section for post dating. Fine? Okay. Now, let me proceed with my key points. Subsection 1 says, subject to the provisions of Section 9, at any time after the filing of an application and before the grant of the patent under this Act, the controller may, at the request of the applicant made in the prescribed manner, direct that the application shall be post-dated to such date as may be specified in the request and proceed with the application accordingly. Okay, provided that no application shall be post dated under this subsection to a date later than 6 months from the date on which it was actually made or would, but for the provisions of this subsection, be deemed to have been made. Fine. Now, this subsection can be explained in a simpler way. So, look at the explanation in black and red ink. Fine. Okay. Here in the, just a minute. Here I have written like this is filing of an application. After some duration, grant of the patent is happening. Fine. So, during this time period, we can say during this time, the controller may direct that the application shall be post dated to a date specified in the request made by the applicant in the prescribed manner. This is the simple meaning of this whole subsection. Fine. That means we can say that post date should not be greater than 6 months from the date of application or DOF. That means maximum time should be 6 months. Okay. Okay. Also, we can say whether this application, what is this application? This application is whether provisional or complete, and this is according to the section 9 subsection 4. Fine. So, this post dating thing is mentioned in section 9 subsection 4. You can take a look in the section 9 as well. Fine. Okay. Post dating means, just I have written the meaning here. Post dating means changing the priority date of a patent application to a later date. Okay. Okay. Fine. Also, I have written a sentence here that provisions of post dating exist in New Zealand and UK but not in USA. Okay, this is just to remember. Fine. Now, I'll go to subsection 2. Now, subsection 2 says where an application or specification including drawings or any other document is required to be amended under Section 15, the application or specification or other document shall, if the controller so directs, be deemed to have been made on the date on which the requirement is complied with, or where the application or specification or other document is returned to the applicant on the date on which it is refiled after complying with the requirement. Okay. Again, I have underlined the important keywords in this subsection and I will explain this lengthy subsection in a more simpler way. Just look at the sentences in black ink. Fine. When an application is required to be amended under Section 15, Section 15 we have discussed earlier. Fine. So, when an application is required to be amended under Section 15, then the application or the specification or the documents are made on the date on which the requirement is complied. That means every time all type of corrections are made, or we can say the requirement is complied. Now it can apply. Or whether the application or the specification or the document is returned to the applicant and he or she, after complying the requirement, refiles on a particular date. And all these things are done according to the direction of the controller. This is the simple gist of this subsection. Fine? Okay. I have written some more points here that we can interpret that since Section 17 is subject to the provisions of Section 9 that we have discussed earlier, that post dating thing is mentioned in Section 9 subsection 4. So we can say that we can interpret that since Section 17 is subject to the provisions of Section 9, a post dating under Section 17 will not extend the deadline imposed by Section 9 subsection 1. Okay, just take a look there. Fine. So this way both the subsections of Section 17 is completed. Please go through my video. Please go through the barrect as well and compliment or comment in the subsection. And please subscribe my channel with pressing the bell icon. Thank you very much.